My life was a peaceful one. Even so, I never realized how full my heart was until they ripped it apart. They took everything from me! Now I'm on the island, just like hundreds of poor fucks who share my fate. And just when I started thinking I can make it, Tech 1 is at my throat again and again. I swore to myself I would survive. I refused to be just a memory. A beautiful lie. Death was never an escape. This time, I'll decide how it ends.
Secure communication established. Prisoner, you can call me Dina. This part of the protocol is kept short to increase the chances of you not becoming a human pancake. Use the following parachuting instructions, and I will make contact if you land safely. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. Welcome to the Scum Island. I am an AI created by Tech 1 Corporation. My full designation is Dual Energetic Entity Neural Appliance version 2.0. My intellect excels, but the creators think I am best used as a tutorial, protocol overseer, and body performance analyst. I will now provide basic movement instructions. Your data suggests that regularly complete secure communication established. In this tutorial protocol, excellent. Proceed by opening your on the right side of the interface is your items crafting panel. Here you can see every component needed for crafting. The instructions were followed properly, so the needed stones were already gathered. Press the craft button. Now drag. Crafting a stone knife protocol is now completed. Your progress is admirable. You can leave the user interface or visit the manual tab to continue with the next protocol. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. There are many dangers on the island, many of them trained by me. You do not stand a chance in your current state, so you will now reinforce your knowledge by crafting an improvised wooden spear. First, you just acquired a long stick. To craft an improvised wooden spear, use the same process as in the previous task. Start by opening the crafting user interface. To find recipes easier, use the search bar. Find and craft a improvised wooden spear. This time, I will allow you to skip the details button. Once again, to stay above. Good work, prisoner. Your spear won't do much against a rocket-propelling grenade type of weapon, but it is a step in the right direction. Continue your training as soon as possible. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. Prisoner, remember the following rule. If you find anything useful, you must acquire it. Unfortunately, your inventory space is very limited. Change that by crafting an If you take a look at the components needed for the improvised courier backpack, you will see a component called rags. It is acquired. You can see all of your equipped gear right next to your inventory. Begin by right-clicking on your undershirt and using the cut interaction. You are now one rag component short. Cut your underpants or boxer briefs. It is for the greater good. Finish the process by crafting the improvised courier backpack. To equip a piece of equipment and expand your inventory, double-click the item in the vicinity or right-click it and use the equipped interaction. Congratulations, you are now qualified to run around and pretend you are a mule. That was my joking algorithm. It is still in early access. I will now unlock the next tutorial protocol. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. By doing an involuntary full body scan of each prisoner, I deducted that not everyone is suited for hand-to-hand combat. That is why you will now craft wooden arrows and an improvised bow. My evaluation is that you are now capable of solving this task with minimal problems, and my evaluation has a 0.2% margin for error. Start by crafting wooden arrows. If you have your cutting tool and the required wooden sticks, you can try out the auto-craft feature. In your future ventures, feel free to also craft an improvised quiver. For now, your new backpack will have to suffice. Pick up the arrows and place them in your inventory. Two variations of bows are available, the 20 and 35. Heavier poundage means more strength is needed to pull the bow, and the shots are more powerful. For the sake of this protocol, you can now craft any of the two variations. There is still one holster spot available next to your spear. Place the bow there. Chances of your survival are increasing at a great pace. Keep following my instructions, and you may have a chance on the island. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. It seems you have been injured. Do not worry, it's a normal occurrence on the island. Most of the prisoners die, but this protocol will teach you how to treat your wounds and find more information about them. It is crucial that you're aware of your... On the top left part of your interface, you can check the health user interface. On the right side, everything is... Start by selecting the acquired rags. Notice how the bar around the injury indicator is starting to fill. Use enough rags to fully fill the bar and press the treat button. Congratulations, you have treated your first injury. It is now in the stabilization section. You can read more about the stabilization and recovery sections by hovering over them. Use the abilities of my protocols to check on your body frequently, as there are many types of injuries and most of them should not be left unchecked. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. My instructions have now prepared you for the inevitable dangers throughout the whole island. Since survival is your main goal, it is time to start exploring and searching for sustenance. Search a few world containers. My algorithm shows that this is a highly repeatable process without which you will fail at staying alive. World containers include tree trunks, kitchen counters, drawers, and anything that can hold items. Go and make an effort. To track what is happening when you consume such a product, on the right side of the metabolism panel, you can track everything nutrition needs to know about your health and well-being with multiple tools, including a diagnostic screener tool that predicts recommended foods up to the hour of the person's last meal. Active algorithms suggest that recently consuming an item had a great effect on your body. Be careful. Consuming foods and drinks will eventually lead to urinating and emptying your bowels. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. My human body analysis suggests that your body will need to get rid of all waste accumulated from consuming food and beverage products. As quality pants are hard to acquire, I suggest you learn how to take care of that before it's too late. To start, open the Metabolism user interface. Now you can explore. The available options are piss, poop, and vomit. I don't prefer repeating myself, but the connected body parts need to be at least 50% full before you can empty them. Since the human bodies are designed so poorly, I suggest you take care of these functions before engaging in combat situations. My algorithms show that everyone dislikes dying with brown pants. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. As human bodies are inadequately designed, they will freeze below a certain temperature. To combat this, humans created clothes that can get wet and speed up the freezing process. I will now teach you how to craft an improvised fireplace, a contraption that will help you stay alive. Start by opening the crafting user interface. My system UI is impeccable. Therefore, logic tells us that two things are required to build a simple fire: a combustible material like tinder, and, in this case, some sticks to fuel the fire. First, craft tinder. If you have followed my instructions so far, this should be easy for you. Great work! Were you a carpenter before you became a prisoner? All you need now are some wooden sticks. Your survival skill impacts how many you will need, so let's be safe and gather a good amount. Good. Base building recipes work a bit differently than item recipes. First, you need to place a blueprint on the ground and then fill it to complete the crafting process. Go back to the improvised fireplace and place it on the ground. If you have followed my tutorial protocols up to now, I believe you already have all the requirements needed to fill this blueprint. Do so now. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of an improvised fireplace. Of course, the fire won't start itself. That is why you now require a fire drill. The recipe can be found under the Items tab. Everything is ready. Access the improvised fireplace's action menu. Excellent. The chances of freezing have been reduced, but they are still above 0. The flames you have just created won't last forever, so every now and then you will need to add more fuel. To do so, find some more sticks. Now, just like before, this time choose the fuel with small wooden stick action. This concludes another one of my protocols. Many other items can help you with your pyromaniac urges. Next time, try making a bonfire using wooden logs. Who knows, in time you may even learn to use your cooking skill to make use of the fire and cook some meat. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. By completing my tutorial protocols, you are earning fame points. I'm hacking the system and assigning them to you, but the showrunners award fame points for almost every activity you do in the game. To view how many fame points you have, open the inventory user interface. There are 3 numbers on the top right of your screen. Fame points are the first one. The second one is the amount of gold you possess in your account. And the third is how much money there is in your account. You can also keep your money as physical bills, but data suggests you will get killed for it. Now look in your inventory and find the starter bank card and check its details. Now